Good evening, everyone. My name is Natasha Kochhar, and I'm looking for your support to be the valedictorian for the class of 2018. While we have an incredibly diverse grad class, the majority of us came to Mount A in 2014. There's a chance that we were all too busy trying to be the best Santa at the karaoke barbecue, or better yet, trying to figure out the best way to wear our lanyards in the coolest way possible, to realize the theme of our orientation week, Find Yourself, was something that would go beyond the first week of September and into our entire undergraduate degree. Now, you didn't have to start at Mount A in 2014 for this to be true. Mount A has taught us so many lessons that have led us a few steps closer to finding exactly who we are and what our purpose is. We are critical thinkers, active learners, engaged citizens, and pros at trekking to class or duckies in the middle of some pretty nasty snowstorms. These are the things that we will carry with us when our time in this Sackville bubble comes to an end. And I hope that in 10 or 20 years, when we look back at our time in Sackville, we remember the laughs in Meal Hall, the dancing in the pond, cheering on the Mounties, and what the academic quad looked like without the fence. Whether you spend your Thursday nights in the library, the AC, in bed, or at Duckies, the thing we have in common is that we have definitely been blown away by Sackville in one way or another. Amidst all the gusts of wind, we have grown and become so much more than our GPAs will ever say about us. Now, it's time to move on to the next steps, whatever they may be, and show the world just how ready we are to take it on. We did it. We're almost done. The next few weeks are about celebrating the past and looking forward to the future. And as your valedictorian, I will do my very best to encompass the Mount Allison story in the most representative, inclusive way possible. As eager as I am to be the one to deliver this story at convocation, I know that all of the candidates would do an excellent job and no choice would be the wrong one. Thank you.
I hope you guys don't hear my heartbeat. So Jalasi and hello. Some of you may remember me as the overexcited Indian guy who was messaging you in the summer of 2014, asking all sorts of questions, telling you how excited he was to come to Mount Allison, to come to Canada, and finally to take political science. To the fellow graduates who joined us later and probably don't know me, my name is Saurabh Kulkarni and I am running to be the valedictorian of the class of 2018. Well, after the 4 years, I've learned something, that there's no one story to our class, and that we're defined by a shared passion for this place and probably the 2 a.m. Jack's Pizza. We all came to Mount Allison with some level of excitement, but we've grown into accepting our true self in every aspect and identifying ourselves as one unique Mountie who adds a new story to the collective of the Mounties. Our time at Mount Allison is like a collection of short stories, with different characters, storylines, visions, dreams, and realities, but with the universal theme of being independent and optimistic. This place has taught us to be open, proud, passionate, and friendly, and overall just to be a good human being. We all will forever cherish the friendships we've made, conversations we've had, and the education that we've received. We're so grateful for the heartbreaks and the meltdown as well. That has led us to be the dynamic individuals and the collective of young individuals that we are, of being proud, and we come from a diverse variety of background. We are First Nations, first generation, locals from Sackville. Some of us who have traveled 6,000 kilometers, some of us who have traveled 60 kilometers, and some of us who have traveled 16,000 kilometers from across the world to find ourselves develop into the people that we are today. All thanks to Mount Allison. 30th August 2014 was the date when our class came into being on this beautiful campus, and May 14, 2018 is going to be the final step that we'll be taking towards our undergrad education. If chosen, this is the story, and even though all of us came from different backgrounds, this is one inclusive story I'd like to tell, and I hope you allow me to do it. Thank you, and Namultis.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I am running for valedictorian this year. Now, over my 4 years at Mount A, I've learned so much and met so many incredible people. And it's the people that I've met here that really inspire me to want to be valedictorian. I remember my first day here like it was yesterday. There I was, standing in front of Canada's top undergraduate university, then 19 years running, now 1 year running. And I remember thinking, why is Galileo's name on the Owens Art Gallery? And am I going to make any friends? And of course, I soon did make friends, and I found a community that was warm and welcoming, and I found that I loved it here. Here I am now, wondering how am I ever going to live in a place that has more people than ducks? And we're standing on this precipice together, and I really want to get a sense of our shared experience through in my valedictory address. That is what I want to focus on. Whether it's the shared experience of the stress of lining up behind your meal hall crush on a Sunday after a residence party, you don't look good. Or the elation of getting the top yak circa 2015. Or even the horror of finding out that Peter Mansbridge is not going to be at your convocation. We all shared in so many common memories and emotions and experiences in this small, strange, wonderful community that we call home. Now, I love to laugh and I love to make others laugh. So if elected valedictorian, I promise to make convocation more fun than commencement. Low bar, but I know I have to start somewhere. And if elected, I will also promise to make my speech representative. I've been involved quite heavily during my time at Mount A, but that doesn't mean that I can speak for any of our graduating students specifically. If I'm elected, I will send out a survey that asks students, what do they want me to talk about? What do they love about Mount A? And what will they remember most? And I'll try to incorporate that with my experience to make it less about my obsession with the fact that our mascot is a duck, but we're the Mounties, but our symbol is an A, and more about things that we all care about, like chicken burgers. In short, graduating class of 2018, I will make my speech about you, about what you care about, and about how this school has made you who you are today and who you will be tomorrow. Thank you so much.
If everyone wasn't sure. Yeah, some professors like to call me Banana, so whatever you like. Over my 3 years at Mount Allison, I transferred from UPEI. Over my time here, I feel like I've been very involved and worked very closely with all populations of people through things like Smile and as assistant Dawn of London House, playing rugby and doing mental health advocacy in many platforms. So, sorry, I just honestly want to hear Hannah talk, so this is hard to talk her. But why would I make a good valedictorian? I think because I'm relatable. I think because I am both an artist and a scientist. I both embrace my inner man and enjoy my female body. And I'm an old soul and a child at heart. So I would want to represent as many perspectives as possible in that way. And the other thing I would want to accomplish if I was elected as valedictorian would be to use language and tones and enunciations that were accessible to all people in the audience, not just the students who were more acquainted with academic language and academic jargon. I would avoid that and want to use language that could appeal to all people in the audience. And with that being said, I kind of see our graduation as like we're climbing a collective mountain, and the graduation would be obviously reaching the top. And why would I make a good valedictorian? Well, I want to empower us to continue climbing more mountains after this one is completed. I know it's a cheesy metaphor, but anyway, thank you.